The following contest is scheduled for one fall in the tag team division. And is the first match, AWL versus Chikara. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, representing the Animated Wrestling League, Magiku, El Hijo del Magiku, Legacy of Lucha. Currently they have 0 points.
Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is Animated Wrestling League 242 Chikara Special, the show not the hold, son of sequel. And that means all of our matches tonight are AWL versus Chikara.
Opponents representing Chikara. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from East Windsor, New Jersey, the Golden Grappler, Travis Huckabee.
And what a change we have seen in this young man. If you've been following Chikara over the last few months, you will have seen the significant haircut of Travis Huckabee after turning his back on his opponent Solo Darling, who will face the AWL Joshi champion later tonight. Travis Huckabee has now formed this new alliance, this almost reincarnation of the Friends in Similar Tights with Icarus. The man we've seen go from a timid referee to a skilled in-ring competitor and now to, well, a jerk who hits women.
And here's a partner, making his way to the ring from Mount Olympus, the Winged Rain Warrior, Icarus. And they have 0 points.
A Chikara Season 1, Gen 1 original. And a man that I have to say I am extremely disappointed. At one time, the greatest hero in Chikara, the worthy bearer of the Hammer of Peace of all things. And now, how far he has fallen. In my opinion, taking his own insecurities out on the next generation of Chikara wrestlers, it's appropriate that he's facing a multi-generational team in Legacy of Lucha right here tonight at Chikara Special, the show not the hold, son of sequel. 15 minutes on the clock. Travis Huckabee starts off with a Lucha Libre style arm drag and a DDT against the Master of the Mask in the AWL. And it takes some guts on the part of Travis Huckabee to try to go Lucha styling against the Master of the Mask, and that's how it's done, kid. Magiku has a history of having great respect for the young wrestlers, the dojo graduates here in the AWL. But Travis Huckabee has disappointed and offended many wrestlers with his treatment of Solo Darling, his disrespect for the Chikarmi, and his attitude aligning with this newly Rudo Icarus. And just saying that, Rudo Icarus, it tastes like natto in my mouth. 1 minute into the bout, Travis Huckabee in control. I should point out that no Chikara points are on the line here. However, points under the AWL 3-point system are available. That means that 1 point will be going home with the victor. The loser will be going home with nothing. Both these teams starting at 0. 3 points, just like in Chikara, in the AWL, 3 points. The challenge for the World's Tag Team Championship, currently held by Tiger Mask Dabaru. Every match tonight will be contested under AWL rules. That was, I spoke personally with Chikara Director of Fun, Mr. Bryce Remsburg, and he assured me that he was fine with AWL rules for all these matches. He said that was his concession to us as the host of this Chikara Special, the show not the hold. And going round and round the world, youth losing out to experience in this situation. There have been no tags in this match so far, though that may be about to change. Let's see what the Legacy of Lucha can do with the tag Kogeki opportunity. Double snapmare, double kick to the face. And look, the son using his father as a human weapon. Effective. Cover for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I say that because I want to make the point that Icarus just saved the match. Okay, a man that tall should not be able to move like that. That is defying the laws of physics. That's something that the Casa de Majiku has been doing for generations. Twisting. Uh-oh. Got Travis Huckabee has his opponent where he wants, but look at the size differential. Or the size difference, I should say, between these two men. Oh! At a straight headbutt from the Golden Grappler. That was tough, but also extremely stupid. Double underhook. Wings of Icarus. No! Double butterfly suplex. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Icarus desperate for a tag right now. And I have to admit that would probably be pretty good strategy for Travis Huckabee. Round we go again, like father, like son, and yes, the big man is the son of the little man. For those of you not familiar with this, Irish whip into the corner. Tag Kogeki, second time. I think we're going to. Are we going to see a mirror? We're going to see a mirror image of what we saw before. Can the father lift the son? Yes, he can. Oh, that's either child abuse or very good wrestling. One, possibly both. Yet again, second time, they've hit that tag team maneuver, that tag Kogeki, and Icarus has had to break up the cover to save the match for the Chikara representatives. Backdrop driver by Majiku Sr., I suppose we should start calling him, but we're not going to. He's just Majiku. Majiku going up to the top. Hikari no Spiralu from the Warrior of Light, showing that age is just a number. And an interesting combination by Travis Huckabee tying Majiku up with his own arm, a sort of a running Cobra clutch almost. Irish whip into the corner. 5 minutes have elapsed. 10 minutes on the clock. Tag Kogeki, assisted drop kick into the corner. Icarus in control. Icarus, not particularly, he's the winged ring warrior, but not particularly known as a high flyer. He can fly when necessary and hits a perfect drop kick, kicks up Ricky DeRobert in the corner as El Hijo del Majiku coming in to avenge his father, and Majiku Sr. not really knowing where he is right now. He's got to get out of here before the referee makes the disqualification count. And Travis Huckabee taking a cheap shot, but it doesn't work. Hikari no Spiralu! The torch hath been passed. I have never seen El Hijo del Majiku use the Hikari no Spiralu before in my life. Jumon casting the spell of La Mystica, but the veteran instincts of the 15-plus year experience of Icarus getting a limb, getting his arm under the bottom rope to force the break. Reversal. Across the hypotenuse, trying to get a tag Kogeki of his own. No, I don't think so. El Hijo del Majiku reverses. Pillar to post. The Pythagorean plunge. Again, across the hypotenuse of the ring. These guys just exchanging Irish whips across the ring. Good old-fashioned body slam attempt, reversed by Icarus. He's now going for Shiranui. And yes, it is pronounced Shiranui. 1. No. 8 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time for anything to happen. And this is just our opening match, ladies and gentlemen. Back elbow. Endless Light! His father's finishing maneuver, the Endless Light, and now he's calling for something else. Drop toe hold into the STF. El Hijo del Majiku proving that he can do all of his father's signature maneuvers, and now he's got something of his own. Shining Legacy! He Satsuwa's Shining Legacy. Huckabee's going to have to break this up. 1, 2, and he does. Majiku's defense not in time. But you know what? Here's a German... No! Huckabee lands on his feet off of the German suplex and gets out of the ring. A Pyrrhic victory. But a victory nonetheless for Team Chikara, the new fist. Although they're not actually wearing similar tights tonight. Icarus with a diving tag. Quick tag to the father. Golden Grappler and the Warrior of Light returning to where we started this match. Icarus down on the outside. Arm drag by Majiku. Going while he's still one of the best of the best. Round he goes. Jumon! Dead center in the ring. No way of getting to the ropes here. Trying to cast the spell of La Mystica. Going for the submit. No, he rolls out of it. The Golden Grappler with superior technical wrestling ability. This is just match 1, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight in the main event. Oh, wait a minute. Signature submission maneuver, the stretch muffler of Travis Huckabee. He's got a duff leverage. He's got Majiku all the way off the ground. Majiku's going to have his leg broken if he doesn't tap out here, and yes, he does. I hate to say it, but a wise choice of submission. Let's take a look at some of that action, that stupid headbutt. But I love this tag team wrestling, the assisted senton, wheelbarrow senton.
Here are your winners, representing Chikara, Icarus and Travis Huckabee.
Well, it's 1-0 to Chikara, but there's so much more to go here tonight in the AWL.
The following contest is a trios match, scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, representing Chikara, the trios combination of Nighthawk, Razorhawk, the bearer of a golden opportunity, Dangerhawk. Together they are the flyest trio in the galaxy. From cyberspace, Cyberhawk 2000!
And we are back with the first of 3 trios matches tonight. And the first time I'm going to find myself actively cheering for the Chikara contingent. Yes, I know I am employed by the Animated Wrestling League, and I really don't want to risk that. I like my job, but considering who these 3 Cyberhawks are going to be facing in the next couple of minutes, yeah, you're not going to want to cheer for them either. The newest member of Dr. Jigoku's stable of bastardizations of the mad sciences.
On to their opponents, the Extro. And making his way to the ring from the laboratory, Dragon. Together they are the Augment.
All for Dr. Jigoku. Subite Jigoku Hakase no tame ni. The Augment Dragon, as I insist on referring to him. Another one of Dr. Jigoku's so-called superior copies, this time of Wyvern. You can see that glowing dragonic sigil on the chest of the Augment Dragon. A cheap copy, that is all it is. And he's got the sentient cloud of nanomachines, the X-Drones, by his side in this 3-on-3 trios match. Now you see the X-Drones taking corporeal form as senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family calls to the bell, and starting it off for the Cyberhawks with a Samoan drop is the newest member of Cyberhawks 2000, Danger Hawk, and the Augment Dragon finding himself now in the danger zone. Danger, of course, misspelled because poor literacy is cool. They call them the flyest trio in the galaxy, the Cyberhawks, and you're about to see the young man, Danger Hawk, ready to fly. And wait a minute, the X-Drone interfering, and that is the naivete of the rookie wrestler. Wait a minute, what is the... Oh! Grabs the head, hits a knee strike. Moving faster than the eye can see is Danger Hawk. There's going to be no tag right now. No points are on the line in this match, as there is no Trios Championship in the Animated Wrestling League, and surprisingly, neither in Chikara either. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh! Almost a variation of a classic Chikara tag Kogeki. The ants go marching, and speaking of which, we're going to have 3 ants in the ring, but they won't all be on the same side later tonight. As I mentioned, this is the first of 3 trios matches, and we are going to have, in our main event, a group we're calling the Chikara Hall of Fame, Mike Quackenbush, Dasher Hatfield, Ultra Mantis Black, coming out of retirement for this show, up against the AWL All-Stars trio of Luke James, Doom Bunny, and Hakaisha. Diving tag made to Razorhawk in gold. Now the X-Drones, as those of you who have been following the Animated Wrestling League surely know by now, have the ability to copy one of their opponent's movesets. So right now the X-Drones are just as fly as the Cyberhawks. Over the top rope, down to the floor. $20 count on the outside, same in the AWL as it is in Chikara. Plenty of time for either of these men to do whatever business they need to do out there. Danger Hawk now back up to his feet. He's going to get into the corner where he should, or at least I hope he does. If he gets involved here, that could be a disqualification-worthy offense. Oh, wait a minute. No, he does get involved. The referee is going to have some discretion here. But he's saying he was... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Hitting him in the head is just you helping him back into the ring. I'm sure of that. Now that should be a disqualification. But with the stakes as high as they are in this AWL versus Chikara series. Uh-oh, going up top. Down he goes. Razorhawk, 1, 2, 3! Very quickly. That was incredible. Let's take a look at some of that action on the replay. And that was the Swanton Bomb spelled with an X by Razorhawk, finishing us off.
Here are your winners, representing Chikara, Cyberhawk 2000.
Well, it is most unfortunate that the AWL is now down 0-2. But the second half still to play. We still have multiple matches in this sequence. And there you're going to see the scoreboard. Do we have that? Yes, we do. AWL 0, Chikara 2. We're going to move on now, I believe, to the Joshi division. Yes, as the reigning and undefeated Akira Merene faces Solo Darling in what will be a non-title match. However, if Solo Darling can pick up the victory, she will definitely earn herself a title shot in the near future. This is not the last time you'll hear that music, I promise you, ladies and gentlemen.
The following non-title contest is scheduled for one fall in the Joshi division. Introducing first, representing the Animated Wrestling League. She is the reigning Animated Wrestling League Joshi champion. Your mistress of 1,000 holds, Akira Merene.
The only undefeated athlete in the AWL Joshi division. She has 2 title defenses under her belt, literally, and that's a big belt to go under. And of course, she was the one who climbed the ladder at the Golden War to get her hands on that championship.
And her opponent, making her way from the Enchanted Forest, the Sugar Creature, Solo Darling!
Solo Darling, as of this recording, is sitting on 3 points towards contention for the Chikara Grand Championship, and you will see that Grand Champion in action in our next Trios match. Going to be teaming up with the Nightmare Warriors against the Kuro Sentai Rescue Ranger of the AWL. Right now, Solo Darling, who has competed in the AWL Joshi division more than once. She does enjoy it here. She likes the fact that the top animated wrestling promotion in the world now has its own women's division, and that we give them the same honors that we give the men. The best 4 system in effect here in the AWL for both the men's and women's singles divisions. An excellent takedown now. When it comes to this sort of grappling, when it comes to control, I would actually give the advantage to Solo Darling. However, when it comes to submission, actually locking on holds, the advantage definitely goes to Akira Merene. Although Solo Darling is a submissions expert herself, she has a single submission maneuver that she is focused on. And that is, of course, her sharp stinger. Akira Merene, the mistress of 1,000 holds, can submit you from any direction at any time. So the question is, which is more important? Specialization or mastery? Nice Hurricane Rana, Frankensteiner, whatever you want to call it, from Solo Darling. I remember a quote from Bruce Lee, who said, I do not fear the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks. I fear the man who has practiced 1 kick 10,000 times. And that's who Solo Darling is. She has not mastered 1,000 submissions, but she has practiced the sharp stinger more than 1,000 times. Double trapezius claw being implemented by Akira Merene, wearing down her opponent, taking her down to the mat. Akira Merene stalking her prey, pulling her away from the ropes to prevent a rope break. Rolls her over and just goes for a pin. Interesting one. Maybe trying to surprise Solo Darling by going for a pinfall there. Kick to the midsection by Akira Merene. Grabs the ankle. She likes the ankle control. A double toe hold. Spinning toe hold, I should say. Move popularized in U.S. Southern wrestling over the years. And up at the top. No, reversal by Solo into an inverted DDT. Solo Darling practically defying gravity there. 10-minute time limit in this non-title match. The title is not on the line, but the undefeated streak certainly is! And that looked like a modified version of the Widowmaker. And Akira Merene forced to take a powder. Seek the sanctity and the sanctuary of the ropes, but no rest for the wicked as Solo Darling dives straight the winner. Oh! Brilliant counter by Akira Merene. Can't win it on the outside. Both women back in the ring where they belong. And right hand. Side Russian leg sweep. And she's going, yes! The seated Manjigatame. She's got the seated Manjigatame on. Is this going to be a tap out? No, it's not. Break, yes. She's got it. Solo Darling has broken the hold and escaped the clutches of the Joshi champion. Fireman's carry takeover. Solo Darling is going to focus on getting that sharp stinger. And here, right there, Fisherman Buster. That's going to loosen up the knee of Akira Merene as a setup for the sharp stinger. Akira Merene, on the other hand, is going to have to try to find something else in her arsenal that she hasn't tried yet. Roll through. Solo in control, now targeting the lower back, which is also targeted by the sharp stinger. Oh, wait a minute, what is she doing? Solo Darling gonna do something stupid. Oh, sliding drop kick through the corner. And that technically resets the count to 1. Missed with the right hand. Both women now brawling on the outside. Neckbreaker on the outside. We've got those black protective mats. Those are less than an inch thick. They're mostly there for aesthetic purposes and to keep us from, scuffing up the floor with the ring. Less than, hang on a minute. We're almost at the halfway point. What's she calling for here? The mistress of 1,000 holds going outside. She's got a fireman's carry. And, drops her face first, nose first. Across the hardest part of the ring, the steel superstructure of the AWL 20 by 20 foot ring. And a double stomp. This is getting vicious now. This is about pride, and this is also about the undefeated streak of Akira Merene. Back elbow. And again, going for that spinning toe hold. I think the strategy here is that if you can take away the legs of Solo Darling, you can take away the sharp stinger. You need to have full control of your legs to be able to maintain that figure 4. Oh, wait a minute! Front Chancery! Rolls through to disorient. And there we go, that's it, submission. The champion remains undefeated. And the AWL has our first victory in the series. Look at that, catches her out of mid-air. Rolls through into that front chancery. Solo Darling, the sugar creature, with nowhere to go, forced to tap out.
Here's your winner, the AWL Joshi champion, representing the Animated Wrestling League, obviously, Akira Merene.
The only undefeated champion in the Animated Wrestling League today, the Joshi champion, Akira Merene. And the good news is that finally the AWL has a point on the board. We still have some catching up to do, But that's going to have to wait, at least for the moment, because I don't think points are available in this next match. That's right. It's some ant-on-ant violence. The youngest ants in Chikara versus a very angry, very stubborn veteran.
Following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from the anthill, Green Ant and Thief Ant. Together they are just a lot of ants.
The resilient rookie, Green Ant. What's yours is his, Thief Ant. Thief Ant making his AWL debut tonight. The next generation of the colony, though they're not really allowed to use that name because of the objections of this ant.
And their opponent, already in the ring, A. And making his way to the ring from the colony, he is the last ant standing. The hot property, Fire Ant!
You heard that right. Fire Ant actually willing to team with one of the young dragons, A, because he said just because of that letter, he's closer to being an ant than either of you two will ever be. We saw Fire Ant snap not that long ago when he attacked just a lot of ants. When he attacked those two, saying simply, "You are not the colony." Fire Ant, Green Ant. And Fire Ant immediately grabbing, going for the hat trick suplex, subtype, vertical. Fire Ant's choice of A as a tag team partner is an insult to the ants. Basically saying that because A is named after the first letter in the word ant, he is more of an ant than Green Ant or Thief Ant ever will be. I think that's a load of bollocks, and I think Fire Ant is going to regret this, as this basically is now a handicap match with a human liability in the form of the young masked wrestler who has never won a match in his life as a tag team partner. Notice how Fire Ant, despite the fact that Green Ant's now getting some offense in, Fire Ant is not exactly going for a tag here, and he probably shouldn't. Backdrop by the hot property. Fire Ant has been so disturbed by what has happened to him lately, he even recently teamed up... I'm sorry, I have trouble getting this out. He actually teamed up with Fist, of all groups. Airplane spin now. From Fire Ant down. And wait a minute. No, okay, no, he's not going for a tag. Of course not. He's calling for something, but I don't know what. Green Ant not moving. Referee may have to make a decision if Green Ant doesn't start defending properly. Irish whip into the corner. We're going to see an all-ant tag Kogeki. No, we're not. Green Ant. Whoa, look at the agility of Green Ant. Agility and body control by the resilient rookie. I'm starting to see what Worker Ant sees in this guy. Flashes of brilliance. 2 minutes into the match, another opportunity. We're going to see the tag Kogeki. No, we're not. So this time Fire Ant preventing it. And Fire Ant in control here, showing off some of the moves he learned at the Wrestle Factory, now a trainer at that dojo. Green Ant and Thief Ant. Oh, tag made, and here comes A into the match. Could this be A's first opportunity to actually win a professional wrestling match? No. No, it isn't. Green Ant may be a rookie. Thief Ant may have even less experience than that. Up. Perfect plex. Brilliant arch, and trying to have sexual intercourse with the ceiling, I think. That's kind of creepy when you look at it. Thief Ant, what's yours is his. Vertical suplex, and this is exactly what Fire Ant was doing a moment ago. No, it isn't. The vertical suplex transitioned into the back suplex. Of course, A doesn't have a finishing maneuver, so there's nothing here for Thief Ant to steal. Ooh, nice rolling senton right on the chest of A. What is it? Oh, wait a minute! Green Thunder Bomb, his own partner's maneuver. Attempted a body slam, reversed by A, who's almost getting offensive moves in, but not quite. Backdrop driver. Inverted DDT by Thief Ant. I just want to point... Wait a minute. Going up to the top rope. I'll point it out later what I was going to point out. Thief Ant going to fly. High cross 95. Fire Ants. Top rope maneuver. 1, 2, 3. And a bulldog to Fire Ant for good measure. No Ant left behind, but never give up victory. There you see it, the high cross 95 of Fire Ant. See from another angle. Perfectly executed. For the 1, 2. Watch Green Ant here. Deliberately allows himself to get wheelbarrowed to hit the bulldog.
Here are your winners. Just a lot of ants.
And now they have a point in the AWL Tag Team Division. Just a lot of ants. Looking to take on Tiger Mask Double for the tag team titles at some point in the near future. All right, congratulations. The score still AWL 1, Chikara 2, because that ant disaster was a personal matter, not a professional one. All right, we're going to continue now with a match, trios match, some of the top Rudos in the AWL, top Rudos in Chikara versus the new Technicos in the Animated Wrestling League. This should be interesting by many definitions. Oh, I forgot he does this. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way extremely slowly to the ring. Can't quite see that. There it is. There's the belt. The Grand Champion of Chikara. Over a year and a half now he has held that title.
The following contest is a trios match. It is scheduled for 1 fall.
This is going to take a while, folks. If you need to go make some popcorn, maybe use the toilet, now would be a good time.
From Ecuador, he is the reigning Grand Champion of Chikara. Representing Chikara, obviously representing Chikara. Francisco de Coronado.
Juan Francisco de Coronado has held the Chikara Grand Championship for over 475 days. He still has a long way to go to equal the longest title reign in history, that is Eddie Kingston's reign of 924 days. Not even Hollowicked, with his 2 combined title reigns, gets anywhere near the 924 of the War Machine. Juan Francisco de Coronado has made a history, has made an effort, has made a reputation for himself of cheating in every single title defense. Because he's good, he's just not quite good enough to be the grand champion. Though he still holds that beautiful belt high above his head. And thankfully the world has resynced back into normal order.
And his tag team partners, introducing first. Making his way to the ring from Sleepy Hollow. He is the broadsword of Nazmaldun. And a 2-time Chikara Grand Champion. Hollowicked.
The only 2-time Chikara Grand Champion, and one of only 2, maybe 3 individuals who still follow the will of the Lord of Rot, Nazmaldun. With the Eye of Tyr destroyed, there is no way for Nazmaldun to manifest in this realm. Which I think is a good thing for all of us, don't you? Music continues because these 2 are still technically allied with each other.
And their partner, making his way to the ring from the Demon's Toilet. He is the Prince of all Goblins,
Kobold, the man with the goblin, I should say, with the fractured mind. Is he a loyal servant of Nazmaldun? Is he the ultimate Oleg the Usurper fanboy? Is he his own goblin? I don't know, and neither do you, and I don't think he knows either, from one day to another. Coming back from the dead will really do a number on your psyche. At least, that's what I've been told. Well, at least his trio's partners seem to be tolerating this display of insanity. That music is really creepy. Well, notice how these 3 come out separately. You're not going to see that lack of teamwork or tag team cohesion in this group.
On to their opponents, making their way to the ring from their secret headquarters. Resiredo, Resiyero, and Resiberu. Together they are Rosenthal, Resireja.
The heroes of the Animated Wrestling League, they are here, as they said, to fight outsiders, invaders, and monsters. And frankly, with this team of Chikara Rudos, I think we have all three groups represented, it's fair to say. Oh, nice snap vertical suplex by Wrestle Red to the Grand Champion of Chikara. Now, obviously, points in the Chikara, points for title contention under the Chikara system, not available here. A, because it's not a Chikara show, and B, because this is a trios match. But how much of a feather in the cap for the Animated Wrestling League or for Wrestle Red or for any of these Wrestle Rangers would it be if they could pin Juan Francisco de Coronado, even in a trios match? "15 minutes on the clock in this trios contest. Chikara famous around the world for their trios action. Of course, the legendary King of Trios tournament will be happening this September. So we're going to have an incredible 16 trios of wrestlers competing over one weekend at the Easton Funplex to determine the 2018 King of Trios. Personally, I'm hoping for a Chikara team this time. We've had quite a few outside teams. We've had Mustache Mountain. We've had Joshi Pro. We've had the Queens of Trios. We've had Team Lucha Underground as recent winners. In fact, the last group that won, last all Chikara team that won King of Trios was, believe it or not, the Devastation Corporation. Max Smashmaster, Blaster McMassive, and Flex Rumble Crunch, none of whom are active in the promotion anymore. In fact, I don't think any of them are actually wrestling anymore. Alright, Resu Blue, the technician of the Puro Sentai Wrestle Ranger, now in the ring with the first ever Young Lions Cup champion. He is a Grand Slam champion in Chikara. He's held the Grand Championship. He's held the Young Lions Cup. He's held Los Campeonatos de Parejas. And he has won King of Trios as a member of the Spectral Envoy. And a beautiful kick away and shoulder lift by Resu Blue. Now, I have been told something interesting about these Puro Sentai Wrestle Rangers who only recently showed up in the AWL at the season finale last season, that each one of them possesses a specific supernatural ability, a superpower, that they can use in professional wrestling. What those powers are, which individual holds which ability, I don't know. And a right hand, a simple right hand sends Juan Francisco de Coronado. Oh, misses with the trip. Oh, wait a minute, back handspring and a kick up. Excellent athletic wrestling, athletic ability of Resu Blue. And I thought Resu Yellow was supposed to be the high flyer of the team. The other Puro Sentai Wrestle Ranger getting out of the way. Resu Blue going to fly through, up, down, and around into the tornado. DDT. That, ladies and gentlemen, is correct. Roll into the ring. What do we have here? Oh, slips in, does. Oh, this is not good. Resu Blue, not the legal man, I believe. Who is the legal man? Oh, sorry. I got that wrong. I tell a lie. Resu Blue is the legal combatant alongside Juan Francisco de Coronado, Though Resu Yellow calling for the tag, he's not getting it, at least not at this juncture. Irish whip, double Irish whip, tag Kogeki, double hip toss, and the kicks to Juan Francisco de Coronado. And just to do a little bit of a favor for our friends at Chikara, July 28th from the Chikara Wrestle Factory, it will be Egg Monsters from Mars. That is their next show that is scheduled to take place. Taking a look at this, matches announced for the next show of Chikara for the Grand Championship. Juan Francisco must defend his Grand Championship against Solo Darling. Actually, as far as I know, by the time this actually airs, because I will tell you a little bit of a truth here, we are moving forward with this. We are taping ahead of time. Juan Francisco might not be the Grand Champion by the time this actually airs. He was when this was taped, so he is allowed to come out with his title belt. But the main event of Egg Monsters from Mars will be Solo Darling versus Juan Francisco de Coronado for the Grand Championship. Yuck, that looks disgusting. In an Atomicos match, the Beast Warriors, Trummels, and Defarge will face the Legion of Rot and the Closers. Razorhawk versus Icarus in singles action. Mr. Touchdown versus somebody named David Starr in singles action as well. And a trios match I am looking forward to. The Proteus Wheel versus 3 generations of the Volgar Project. Jeremy Leary, Juke Joint, Lucas Calhoun, and BMD. Also in intergender singles action, Blanche Babbage faces off against the Whisper. And finally, a match that I am looking forward to. 2/3 of the newest generation. Wait a minute! Submission opportunity before I have a chance to finish this. Nowhere. Yeah, he's out. I'm sorry, I don't get to finish. That's alright. Princess Kimberly, Lost Ice Creams, and Kikutaro of all people versus Fist, the Hermit Crab, and the Cajun Crawdad. That will be Egg Monsters from Mars and Chikara on the 28th of July. Which means you can probably already see it on Chikaratopia. ChikaraPro.com. And the heroes with a huge victory. And look, even Hollow Wicked realizes this is hopeless.
Here are your winners, representing the Animated Wrestling League, the All Sentai, Wrestle Ranger.
Well, congratulations to the Wrestle Rangers. A vital trios victory for the Animated Wrestling League, as that puts us back in contention. It is 2-2 now. The score is all tied up as we go in to the main event of the evening. Who could have possibly seen this coming? AWL 2, Chikara 2, going into our trios finale. And we have the 3 of the top Technicos of all time versus the AWL All-Stars. We're calling this Chikara trio the Chikara Hall of Fame. More than deserved, in my opinion. And here he comes. One of the top Technicos in Chikara today, and frankly, one of the top of all time in my opinion.
The following contest is your main event of the evening, and it is a trios match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his ring from the throwbacks, the old-timey King of Swing, representing Chikara proudly, Dasher Hatfield.
Mr. Touchdown, Markangelo Setti, Sugar Dunkerton, and Matt Classic Sr. All of these people have been partners of this man, and he has always been the heart and the soul of the Technicos, and quite frankly now, Chikara's mightiest heroes. And that's only 1/3 of this terrific trio of Chikara Hall of Famers. Yes, there he is!
And his partners, introducing first from the Black Tea Garden, the maniacal insectoid overlord, the great and devious Ultramountain Black.
He has a history in the Animated Wrestling League, a former winner of the New Year's Tournament, a former AWL World's Heavyweight Champion. Though he has never held the Grand Championship, he has a place in all of our hearts, the legendary Ultra Mantis Black, and it's great to see him back in the ring, even if it's just for one night only. And a man without whom none of this would be possible. There he is, the boss.
And their partner, making his way to the ring from Westlawn, Pennsylvania, the master of 1,000 holds, lightning, Mark Quackenbush. Together they are, the Chikara Hall of Fame.
He recently has stepped down from his position as Director of Fun to rejoin the active roster. Chikara better for it, quite frankly. And Mike Quackenbush, this man is Chikara. Many of us say that. Many of us say, I am Chikara. But this man truly is. Three legends of Chikara versus three legends of the Animated Wrestling League. They may be without their original leader, but they're still a formidable force.
And their opponents, the trio's combination of the Peacemaker, Luke James, the Japanese Destroyer, Kaisha, and the reigning Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion, the Together they are, the AWL All-Stars.
This will be a friendly contest as it has been a friendly series thus far. But this is the tiebreaker. The Peacemaker, Luke James, leading the team of the most recent, the second most recent AWL Grand Champion Hakaisha, and the reigning Intercontinental Champion, now with 3 title defenses under his belt, 2 more and he gets a free shot at Tanaka Kenichi for the Grand Championship, the AWL Grand Championship I should say. The Doom Bunny, so it's going to be essentially the Destroyers of Doom and Luke James versus the Legends of Chikara. And we're starting off with the youngest member of this Chikara trio. That'll be Dasher Hatfield, originally known as Create a Wrestler. He was Moscow, the Communist Bovine. He was Ultimo Breakfast. And then he became permanently Dasher Hatfield. Oh, wait a minute, Dasher Hatfield being picked up like a sack of potatoes and dropped right on his face by the much bigger, much stronger Hakaisha. Now that should not be a problem for Dasher Hatfield. He has faced and beaten men significantly larger than him in every dimension. Just like that, using the arm drag to get the big man off of his feet, but he's not afraid to go toe-to-toe with someone bigger than he is. Dasher Hatfield doesn't stand down to anybody, throws his opponent all the way out down to the floor, and Dasher gonna fly. Oh no, baseball slide, of course it was. The baseball slide by the old-timey King of Swing, Dasher Hatfield. What I got to worry about right now for this AWL trio is that they, along with Majiku, are going to be competing at Obananza. I haven't had a chance to talk about this yet tonight. They're going to be competing at Obananza later this week against the Augments in a match that will have significant stakes for all involved. If they can defeat the Augments will leave the Animated Wrestling League for good. We know that now. What I don't understand is why Dr. Jigoku would agree to those kind of terms. Is he that desperate? Wait a minute, what is this? Going almost what looks like a burning hammer position. No! Inverted TKO by Dasher Hatfield out on the outside, 20 count on the floor. Rolls the opponent back into the ring. And a tag made to the great and devious Ultramantis Black. And a stab to the back. Ultramantis Black had to retire about a year ago. I don't know the exact reason. I assume just age and injury. A former Chikara Grand Champion. A former King of Trios. And I believe he actually once held Los Campeonatos de Parejas, but I don't remember exactly. Ultramantis into the corner now. Tag Kogeki, yes, with the Doom Bunny, the most experienced duo on the AWL team. Big back body drop. A little bit lopsided considering the relevant height of the attackers, but the Doom Bunny, a complete shift in offense with the veteran experience of the great and devious one, allows him to counter perfectly. Ultramantis Black probably the most underrated performer in the last 15 years of professional wrestling. Ultramantis Black should be a millionaire. He should be a former WWE champion by this point. Drop toe hold, elbow drop combination with Lightning Mike Quackenbush. Another wrestler who deserves to be a lot richer than he probably is. Twists him down, holds it. A little showing off by the master of 1,000 holds. Can't really blame him for that. The fun-loving Chikara style all started with this man. 11 minutes on the clock remaining in this 15-minute trios match. 15-minute time limit, I should say. Trios match. Irish whip into the corner. Picks the opponent up. Oh, kick away by the Doom Bunny. He's going to have a chance to fly against Quackenbush, and he hits it with the Bunny Konorana off of the top rope. Quackenbush disoriented, acting on instinct, grabs a hold. 1 of 1,000, quickly tags out to the relatively fresh Dasher Hatfield thrust kick by the old-timey King of Swing. Knocks the Doom Bunny's head right out of the park, and he's going to fly. This is not exactly his normal thing. Big splash off of the top rope. Simple but effective by Dasher Hatfield. And now he's going for the submission. He calls that... Oh, this is nasty. I don't know what he calls that, actually. 7th inning stretch, perhaps. Irish whip back into the corner. Into a reversal. Irish whip. Across the hypotenuse into the AWL zone. Team AWL. Oh, what is he thinking? Doom Bunny thinking DDT, I think. He flies through. Hits it. Work for Sentai Blue. And gets the same reaction out of the crowd. I love that. Thank you, AWL fans, for selling out the arena 2 weeks in a row. I hope you'll all be back in just a few days for Obananza. Where the fate of the Augments will be decided. shot right into the crowd control barricade near the timekeeper's area. This is not good. A thrust right to the face. Good old-fashioned haymaker by Dasher Hatfield. 9 minutes remaining on the clock. And a quick shot, double team on the outside. Akaisha not going to let his tag team partner be abused like that. The referee's count is continuing. Dasher's going to have to get either, preferably himself and or the Doom Bunny back into the ring pretty quickly. I would hate to see this series, we're tied up 2-2. I'd hate to see the series end on a countout. Perfect flex. Pick him up, put him down, make it hurt by Hakaisha, nearly sending him into that announce table. Oh, rolls right through. Referee's count was at 15, I believe. Tag made to Ultra Mantis Black. Ultra Mantis and the Doom Bunny. Finally, Mantis coming out on top of that, the bigger, stronger individual. Here we go. Oh, Omega Driver by Ultra Mantis Black. His finishing moves are the Cosmic Doom and the Monarch Butterfly Bomb. Doom Bunny now has got Ultramantis Black tied up in the Tree of Woe. Controlling the former Chikara Grand Champion is the reigning Intercontinental Champion. Bunny Hop! Bunny Hop! Bunny Hop! And now he's going to charge it up from the Bunny Hop to the Bunny Hop Extreme! Standing 450 splash by the Doom Bunny to Ultramantis Black. 1, 2, and I don't know what the hell happened there. I think Mike Quackenbush just knocked Akaisha back into the Doom Bunny to break the hold. Red rope splash by the Doom Bunny. Tag made to the Peacemaker, the Cowboy, the Nashville native. The man who just back from injury. This is his first match back since suffering a severe neck injury at the end of last season, thanks to Gambahishi Dark. It's one of the things I love about the AWL is that we do have this healthy off-season system, meaning that our wrestlers have the opportunity over a month now to rest, recuperate, relax, heal up those injuries, seek whatever medical treatment they may need. And Luke James has been medically cleared. He has been medically cleared by AWL senior medical official Dr. Marcus Feelgood. Quackenbush also with a history of injuries. He's had problems with his neck, he's had problems with his knees, a lot of problems with his knees. He's had multiple concussions. All of those have added up to shorten his career. Unfortunately, another man who should be a multi-millionaire WWE superstar. Oh! Luke James protecting himself here. Controlling his opponent right head first into that top turnbuckle pad. Kick to the throat by Mike Quackenbush. He's going to be looking for the Quacken drivers. He's going to be looking for the Chikara special. Or he's going to be looking for any one of a dozen other holds. Oh, Death Valley driver rolls through perfectly. Excellent execution. He may be offended by by that comparison to Bret Hart, who I'm sure he would consider a better wrestler than he is, but he is still a technical perfectionist. Face first, back into that turnbuckle, reversal by the Quackmeister. I don't think anyone's ever actually called him that. Gonna go for another rolling. Yes, rolls through. Death Valley driver. One of the 1,000 holds that he has mastered. Irish whip into the corner, neutral corner. But wait a minute, he saw also Widowmaker right on the crown of his head. The Widowmaker. That could be all. 1, two. And Quack, maybe not with the wherewithal to grab the rope, but he did manage to kick out of his own volition. And Hatfield just got thrown right into Quackenbush's head. The Chikara team is in shambles right now. 4 minutes on the clock. Irish whip, Quackenbush goes into the corner. No tag, Kogeki for you, says the master of 1,000 holds. Lightning into the corner of his own, but he's not going to go. What's he doing now? Now Quack's going to do something weird and stupid. And anything you can do, I can do better. I think the fans really like that particular move, and you know what? I don't blame them. It looks incredible. Mike Quackenbush standing tall over the body of the Peacemaker, Luke James, accidentally kicking his own partner there. That was a serious mistake. Might come back to haunt him. Gives Luke James the opportunity to get back to his feet. No, double team by Team Chikara. Loyalty to the Chikara, loyalty to the Chikarmi coming out here in this trios match. We're running out of time here. 3 minutes and change. The score is tied 2-2. 2 matches for each team. Neckbreaker. Down goes Luke James on the outside. Quackenbush takes over. And throws Luke James right through the steel barrier, the steel ring post, it looks like. Doom Bunny getting involved now, saying, no, you're going to get your ass back in the ring. Doom Bunny, is he returning to the corner? Yes, he is. Luke James with the opportunity now to recover. Quackenbush is going to give it to him. 14 on the referee's count of 20. Quackenbush soaking up the adulation of the AWL fans as he has earned it, in my opinion. He truly has. For his contribution to the world of professional wrestling. Tag made to the Japanese Destroyer. Big boot! And Quackenbush has been... Oh, wow! Quackenbush busted open badly by the big boot of the big boy, Hakaisha. And immediately a desperation, medically necessary tag to Ultramanti Subaraku. Backstabber by the former Chikara Grand Champion 1. The most recent former champion, as a matter of fact. Lost the title April 1st, 2017 to Juan Francisco de Coronado. That was over WrestleMania weekend that year, I believe. Right hand. What we have here goes down. Akaisha realized where he was and realized it was not a good place to be. Beats down the Bugman. Slips behind. Right hand into another Omega Driver. From the Mystical Mantis. 1, 2. A minute on the clock. 66 seconds remain. Ultimatus Black not only not able to wear down Akaisha with that maneuver, he doesn't have the time to do it. Headbutt. Casual headbutt by Hakaisha to Ultramantis Black. Heel toss by the Japanese Destroyer. Desperation tags requested but will not be given. Ultramantis Black, you will believe, a bug can fly. 40 seconds remaining. If he's going to pull this off, he's going to have to pull it off now. Monarch Butterfly Bomb, Cosmic Doom, something. Oh no, oh no, I see where he's going with this. I see where he's going with this, so do the AWL fans. In attendance, superplex down to the floor. Hakaisha has been taken out of this match. With only 13 seconds left to go, get him back in the ring, you can still pin him. I don't think we're going to get a winner, but Chikara has made noise here in the AWL. Chikara stands tall, but the official result will be a draw. The series will end 2-2, a tie, a respectful tie between two promotions, alike in dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us tonight. I would like to thank you for watching Animated Wrestling League Chikara Special, the show not the hold, Son of C... What's the... Oh no. I know that music, that never, ever is a good thing. The AWL team has returned to the locker room to nurse their injury. Wait a minute, that's Combatant! What the hell is he doing here? Eddie Kingston? And is that... Look at the other guy. Who was the third guy? That's Jaka. At least I think it... Yes, the Savage Jaka. The War King Eddie Kingston, the first Grand Champion of Chikara. And Combatant of the Swarm? What the hell are these three doing here? I thought these guys all dropped off the face of the earth a few years ago. The Forgotten Warriors? The Chikara team, the Chikara Hall of Fame, going crazy as they see the ghosts from their own past. And okay, we have a referee. That's not senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. I don't know who that is, but we have an official in the ring, and this is a fight, ladies and gentlemen. The Forgotten Warriors, Eddie Kingston, Combatant going after the man who broke his neck, and that would be Lightning Mike Quackenbush, Jaka, the Savage Jaka, and Eddie Kingston, the first and longest reigning Grand Champion. What the hell is he? All three of these guys basically disappear. Wait a minute. Quacken Driver number 1, or as close as we're going to get to it, to Combatant. These three all disappeared from the Chikara universe years ago. And Quack now, the giant swing, shades of Antonio Cesaro, his greatest student, and that's going to be considered a knockout, I think. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Team Chikara, the Chikara Hall of Fame, standing tall over the Forgotten Warriors. Who the hell... When did these three team up, and how the hell did they get into the building? Well, one way or another, folks, that's going to be it for the AWL this week. Check out those websites on your screen, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time for O Bonanza.